start off by saying I'm not an expert in anything. I don't just be crazy because I'm not about to die for a YouTube video. But however, what I want to speak on behalf of today is love and this false idea of love, this false definition of love, this false, just personification of the word love in general. All right, because the term love that we have nowadays is an idea that does not and will not ever exist. In movies, in television, in music, love is an idea that is expressed for something that you can feel and something that you can account for and something that you don't necessarily lose unless you give up on it. However, I'm here to tell you the truth and the reality of the fact that one, that love does not exist. If you have any sort of feeling in your body and you have any kind of desire in your body and it's a, it's a motivator to make you go after somebody or pursue someone, that's lust. That's the initial thing you need in order to, I guess, show interest in someone. You need somebody to realize that you're actually into them for what you see first. All right, that's not what you want to build a relationship on. That's not what you want to build your foundation of feelings on, and that's definitely not how you want to portray respect, because at the end of the day, your relationship will never last if y'all lack respect for one another. Because the only definition of love that actually matters is real love, which is actually just respect. The same respect that you give your mother and she gives you back for obeying, the same love you can give your neighbor who gives you respect back for y'all just, being good people to one another. You don't necessarily have to do the most for somebody. You shouldn't have to do the most for somebody. You shouldn't have to step out of your comfort zone for somebody, and you should never have to change yourself for somebody. So the first thing that you need to do before y'all come to terms with starting a relationship is, one, identify the factors in which y'all coincide together, because the opposites do not attract. That's a fake. That is a very, very fake idea that's going to end up getting you in a relationship where y'all aren't, happy to be with one another. You're going to end up being miserable. You're going to end up making sacrifices that you don't want to make. And ultimately, it may end up going sour, and you might end up losing some self-love that you have for yourself, or some self-respect, should be a better way of saying it. Because a lot of the times, you should never feel any type of desire for yourself. Whenever you see yourself, you should never just be overly hyped about yourself. You should never always boost your image up. You shouldn't do stuff like that. You shouldn't necessarily need to tell yourself you're beautiful and tell yourself that you're great and all this to help you love yourself. Because at the end of the day, the only way that you can truly show love to yourself is by taking care of yourself. So if you're over here covering yourself with makeup and you're doing the most, trying to spend all your money to dress nice for other people, that's not self-love. That's actually the most disrespectful thing you can do. Because now you're pleasing others and you're not pleasing yourself. And two, you might go broke doing it. So I don't know. Everything I say, I hope y'all take it with a grain of salt. I hope nobody trusts anything I say unless they, have their own references and look it up and stuff like that. However, I don't think any of this right here is opinionated. I think it's all just facts, self-proclaimed facts. And I get called self-righteous. However, I don't think that I'm right about my points. I just think that a lot of these issues that are on the internet, I've gotten to witness. So now it's my turn to speak, if that makes sense.